Now we are heading to the hospital, and in complete darkness we will try to find the entrance to the basement, where the most radioactive things in the zone are stored. Things on the first firefighters who put out the fire in the first hours and died a few days later. Of the real was more. In the previous episodes, we entered the zone at night, crossed the river and went to the collective farmyard of the village of Stechanka. Along the way we slept in the attic, sat in the forest in the company of cognac, lard and dried maggots, and by the evening reached the right place. After exploring the elevator and running after the horses, we spent the night in an abandoned coach shed in order to go to Burakovka cemetery in the morning. Arriving at the transport cemetery in the morning, we discovered the loss of the joker, after which we continued in the direction of Pripyat to our house. After that, we replenished our water supply, washed ourselves in the river in the rain, and after a delicious dinner, prepared for a night trip to Pripyat. On the one hand, walking around Pripyat at night is cool, but there are some peculiarities. Firstly, animals are activated at night. While we were walking, we heard several mows. Secondly, for some it may seem like a trifle, but still. Along the way, right on the road, there are a lot of cobwebs and spiders. We walk with a dim light, the cobweb is not visible, and together with the spiders we knock it down with our faces. Not the most pleasant moment, you will agree? Right now we are on the central square of Pripyat. 100 meters from us is a checkpoint with guards and dogs, so we go as quietly as possible. Now we are heading to the hospital, and in complete darkness we will try to find the entrance to the basement, where the most radioactive things in the zone are stored. Things on the first firefighters who put out the fire in the first hours and died a few days later. Take the camera. Is it filming? Right. Yes. Beaver says that the flooded basement of the Jupiter plant looks more creepy. And I think I agree with him, but it's still the most radioactive and dangerous place in the zone. Guys, wait, let's take a beautiful photo for memory. There were showers in the basement. Looks like a hospital staff. After all, they could not wash with the sick. And so they could go down and calmly take a shower away from the sick. Have we reached a dead end? The room we need seems to be on the other side. Some kind of utility room. Various tools are still here. Another workshop. There are also many tools here. Elevator shaft. Here is the place where the entrance to the basement was filled up. But as you can see, this didn't stop those who wanted to get here. There are a lot of various tools in the rooms. Details or some kind. So what is this? some small pools or baths. I don't know what they were for. Here you can get out through the window. Boiler room. And this atmospheric room apparently is an archive. The medical records of the patients were kept here. So it has been lying untouched for 35 years. One shelf has just fallen. Here is the room. Is this the same room? I don't want to get too close to her. Why so few things? Of the real was more. Dose rate 12.9 of millirengen per hour. Dangerous. $12,000. They were up to 100,000. 12,000 for this room is not much. Come on, measure of the radiation of these things. Yes, these are things from the room. That's all. I thought the basement was a little bigger. The place is very spooky and atmospheric. Not everyone would dare to go down here. For me personally, the flooded bunker under the Jupiter plant remains in first place. It's smaller in size but much more creepy and atmospheric. There is one room with soil samples which is very radioactive. Last time I didn't find this room, but I plan to return there in the future. In this basement, except for the room with firemen's belongings, the radiation background practically doesn't exceed the norm. Unfortunately, this is not visible on the video. We are running along Pripyat with bags of food that were hidden for us in the city. The strongest wind, a thunderstorm, somewhere very close. We really want to have time to get to the house before it starts to rain, but I think we'll not have time. In general, we got into a mess. We didn't have time to reach the house and got caught in a downpour, soaked almost completely. We wanted to run into one of the high-rise buildings, but from there someone began to quickly run down to us. Before that, we saw a light in the window in the same house. Most likely it was the police. We managed to escape, hid in another house and wait until the rain stops. These are the adventures we have in the night Pripyat. We finally got home after our wet adventures in Pripyat. We can say that we got off lightly. The shoes remained dry inside. Things got wet, but not 100%. They brought food from the cache, it's a pity only the mice ate Snickers, condensed milk and mayonnaise. But we still had all the canned food, paid stew, pineapples, hearts, Coca-Cola, Fanta, beer intact. Beer, guys. We sit in the abandoned house near Pripyat and drink beer. Cold taste beer. 2 liters of cognac. In general, the cache is almost intact. The most valuable remains intact and we are drinking it now. In general, on these our nightly adventures are coming to an end. See you tomorrow. Hopefully there will be sunshine tomorrow so things can dry out a little. Everything is wet. Because if tomorrow is the same rainy weather, then we will be stuck here for longer than we planned and may have to make adjustments to our route, which of course we would not like. Yesterday's adventure was tough, but now we have Fanta, cola, 7 cans of stew, 2 pates, 2 cans of chicken hearts, 2 cans of pineapples. Ketchup remained whole, but the mice unfortunately ate mayonnaise and condensed milk. And 2 Snickers too. Barbecue from Lowa. You didn't see how much of the moisture evaporated. I pressed the minerals and water poured from them. Water also came out of my Lowa. Now they are still damp, but no longer wet. At least they can be worn. I think they will stand like this for some time. The fire will burn out and they will finally dry out. Inside they are still very wet, but this is no longer critical. Our adventure yesterday took us out of the game for a day. And I tell you, let's run into the first building before the rain starts. We missed by 15 minutes. 15 minutes were taken from us the whole day. On the other hand, it's good that we made ourselves a day off. I wanted this so that we could not go anywhere today. Because if you walked in wet shoes now, you would wrap yourself blisters. Vadim already has bloody blisters on his feet. Nothing good would come of it. Need to know the line when to stop and when to continue again.